You probably wonder why a company like Allianz is partnering with this fantastic Day One. Why some months ago, when Denis went to Munich to visit me and my team, I've said yes. So I'm in charge of market management, distribution, and innovation at a global level for the group Allianz. We are in 67 countries, 120 billion euros revenues, 12 billion operational profit. Why are we here? And why are we supporting these big events? It's very simple. It's linked to our mission statement. What an insurance company is built for? It's a very good question. Some people, when you ask them this question, as answer, you are here to sell motor product, home insurance, health insurance, life insurance. I don't think it's exactly what we are made for. We are an enabler. An insurance company is an enabler. We are here to enable the change. Each time you have a change in the society, a huge change in the society, you have an insurer which is directly linked to this change to enable the change, facilitate the change, and accelerate the change. Without an insurer, it's difficult to imagine to have cars in the street, to have buildings, to have planes in the sky, to have trains, and so on. Why? Because the companies who are providing these services or these products, after the first big problem, they will immediately be bankruptcy. So we are here to accompany these guys. This is our role, this is what we do since now years and years and years, and this is what we have decided to do and to accelerate in the last 2 years. So just to focus on what we are living at the moment. We are living for the first time, I think, in the human history, 2 revolutions at the same time. The first one is a knowledge and information revolution. We know that, the name is Internet, the web. The information is accessible everywhere, is moving everywhere. The knowledge is accessible everywhere. It's something like the invention of printing, even bigger. And when you talk about this information access or this knowledge access to the young generations, all of them will tell you that when they need to find something, they will go on the internet. When they need to have an information, they will go on the internet. And then when they need to be trained and when they need to learn, they go on the internet as well. So this information is everywhere. Internet is liquid, first revolution. But at the same time, let's imagine that you leave the invention of printing, and at the same time you have the invention of trains, planes, engines, and so on. It's exactly what we live. A second industrial revolution. On one side, information and knowledge revolution. On the other side, industrial and technological revolution. 3D printers, drones. You have seen a drone just before entering in the conference room. This drone will be in the sky in China. 200 drones will transport in an autonomous way passengers in 2019. In 2020, we will have a drone taxi line, autonomous drone taxi line in Dubai. Of course, we are embedded as an insurer because without us, they will not be able to deliver this service. But we can talk also about electric mobility, autonomous shuttle, autonomous bus. We can talk about sharing scooter, sharing cars, sharing everything, sharing homes, sharing flats. We can talk about artificial intelligence. We can talk about blockchain. We can talk about smart contract. All of this huge innovation and huge revolution, technological revolution, will have a direct impact on the society. And this impact on the society will be quite different if you are below 20 years old or above 20 years old. There are not so many people below 20 years old in the room. You can show me the guy. I know one, perhaps 2 or 3, which is quite interesting. She's the CEO of a company. She's 17 at the moment. So below 20, we have what some people call the millennials, or we call them the digital natives. I like this word of digital native. They were born in a digital world. And I even prefer to call them the mutants. They have already muted. It's already done. For them, it's a no-brainer to live in this world. It's not a problem to learn online again. It's not a problem not to have in mind to buy a house or to buy a flat. They will use a car, they will use a scooter, they will use a flat, they will use a job at one moment. They will change. they will move. The world is global for them. I don't know if you have read the book Sapiens from Harari. If you have not read this book, please do it. He's talking about a global village. They are living in a global village. It's exactly the way they see the society. They conceptualize the society in a completely different way than us, and for them it will be a no-brainer. It's easy. And we have all the people above 20. I'm inside, and I'm not the only one. And for the people above 20, it's a bit more complicated. Why? Because we are not used to that. It's exactly like if you are a French speaker, and if you try, or if you have a French as a mother language, and if you try to do a presentation in English. I can do it. I'm fluent in English, but I'm not bilingual, and I will be never bilingual. I have two sons, one from my wife, and the other one from me. When I say my wife, he was our son before I met my wife, and the other one for me. Both are speaking English perfectly, both of them. One is doing his studies in the United States, the other is doing his studies in France. One was born in England, the other one is born in France. My son has best results, best academic results than my wife's son. But at the end of the day, when you speak with them, you see immediately that one is native and the other one is not native. It's like that. And it's exactly what we are living. We are not digital natives. So we will have to adapt to this world. And it will be a bit complicated to adapt to this world. Why? What will be the impact of the 3D printers? We will build buildings, houses with 3D printers. There are already shuttle, cars, 3D printed. When you are able to do that, you are able to rethink completely the world of big factories, mega factories. You don't build a car in the same way. You start to talk about micro factories. You have a need, you need 2,000 vehicles, you just create a micro factory in front of the city. We are not talking anymore about transportation for a lot of vehicles worldwide. This is the first change. It will have an impact on the way we will work. Let's talk about drones. When you have a drone going from JFK to Manhattan, you don't need any more to have a normal transportation. Don't need any more to take a taxi, or don't need any more to take a Uber. You just take a drone. It's efficient, it's totally controlled, totally managed by a computer, no risk, it's evident, it's fast. It will change the way the people will move in New York. It will be the same in Monaco. I came this morning 1 hour and 40 minutes to go from Nice to Monaco, which is just crazy. Normally it should be 30 minutes with a car, but it's not possible. If you have a drone doing this line as a taxi, it will take 10, 15 minutes, not more, without any problem. So it will have a direct impact on the day-to-day life of the people working in Monaco and living in Nice. It's the same with artificial intelligence. What will be the impact of artificial intelligence for the lawyers? You know that in US, for example, we work with some companies in US, they have started to transform their traditional physical lawyers in machines. They do it with artificial intelligence. It's the same for everything. All this technological disruption will have a direct impact on our day-to-day life. And the question is, how we'll be able, as human beings, to adapt ourselves to this change? And I think this is the objective of this conference. How is it possible to prepare that? We can refuse the change. We can block. It's possible. And it's, by the way, sometimes what the regulators are doing. But we can also accompany the change. Think about the impact of this change and try to prepare this change. And this is what we have to do today and tomorrow during this day one conference. How us, as companies, as managers, we can understand what will be the impact of these disruptions on the future, and how we can accompany this disruption to make the world a bit better. For these people above 20 years old who will have to face this change and who have not the chance like me to be more than 55 and to have 10 years in front of me to see how the world will evaluate without a direct impact on my job. What will be the impact for these people in between 20 and 40? What will be the impact on their job? How the job will evaluate? What will be the impact on transportation? What will be the impact on smart cities? What will be the impact on mobility? What will be the impact on transportation? This is exactly the question we have, and this is why we have decided, as an insurer and as Allianz, because we are global, and because we are already insuring a lot of this new technological disruption, That's why we have decided to accompany Denis and to follow this project and to be a huge partner and even a co-creator of this day one conference. So I wanted to thank you really to be present. As Denis has said, you are brave. I hope I can be considered as a brave as well, perhaps one of the first brave, because I believed in Denis, and I'm really happy to see so many people in the room and to see that it's already a success, even if it's just the first time we do this day one, and I'm sure that in the future it will become a sort of Davos of innovation or something like that, and I think that it will be efficient, which means that we'll take decisions. So thank you very much to be there. It was a pleasure for me to be in front of you on the stage. Et je vais finir en français en vous remerciant aussi en français d'être présent parmi nous, en espérant qu'à la fin de ces 2 jours, on aura réussi à prendre des décisions claires, formelles, opérationnelles, qui vont nous permettre d'accompagner ce changement. Merci à vous et j'espère très bonne journée aujourd'hui et demain.